So that was the Jaws song. Just so if you want to play that in practice, that's D, which is in fourth position, and E flat is the note we haven't learned. That's in third positions, right in front of the bell. All right, so this is week 3 of practicing. For this week, we'll be practicing Standard of Excellence numbers 8 through 13, and those will be working on 2 main concepts and abilities. So the first one is breathing and breathing between notes. So you have, in number 8, you have a whole note, and then you have what looks like a little apostrophe or comma to the sky. All right, and that's the breathing mark, and that tells you I breathe here. So I have a whole note, which is 4 beats, then I have a little breath mark right after that, and then another whole note. So the way it works is the music still moves, so what I have to do is cut that whole note just a little bit short in order to take a breath. So I'll just play the first 2 measures of this to demonstrate. 2, 3, 4. So 1, So I'm just taking a real quick breath, and I remember I kind of want an O breath. I still got to have my embouchure form, so it might look a little bit more like an E on the outside, but on the inside it should feel like you're saying, oh. Okay, otherwise you'll get a really, really shallow breath, and that's not good. So this week we'll be working on breathing as well. We're working on tonguing, and I mentioned this the other day. Tonguing is whenever we start the note with the tongue. There's still air behind it, but the note initiates, it begins with the tongue. So instead of going poo, like we began with, now we're going to have a little ta or t right behind the note. And that allows me to go faster, and it keeps me from having to push with my diaphragm too much. My diaphragm's down here, by the way. All right, so tongue, tip of the tongue. It's just like you're saying tom or tu or t. That's where the tongue goes. So when I play, the first exercise that actually uses the tongue is number 11. It's called Half the Price. It has half note, and then a half rest. And the reason why we have to use the tongue here is because we're repeating the note. We're not changing notes. So if I'm looking at number 11, here's the wrong way to do it. Taking a breath after every single one in order to separate, that's wrong. So what we're going to do is keep the air moving, but we're going to separate it slightly with the tongue. 1, 2, 3. So that's what we want whenever we're playing our instrument. So from now on, I'm expecting you to start every single note, unless I tell you otherwise. Start every note with a ta or a tu, with the tongue at the beginning of it. So that's what you'll be practicing for this week. There's an upcoming test, not this week, but the following week, and that will be on one of these exercises in the Standard of Excellence Red Book. All right, happy practicing.